Montenegro covers only 14,000 square kilometers, 3 times smaller than Switzerland. But this tiny country offers what many can only dream of: incredible landscape diversity, with almost no tourists around. While neighboring Croatia is bursting at the seams, Montenegro remains an undiscovered gem for true adventurers.
Today, we'll tell you why everyone is heading to Montenegro this year, why now is the perfect time to visit this underrated country, and reveal secrets you won't find in typical guidebooks. But first, here are a few surprising facts that will make you see Montenegro in a whole new light. Did you know that the name Montenegro, or Gora, which literally means Black Mountain in Italian and Serbian respectively, comes from the dark mountain ranges that cover most of the country?
Montenegro is the second most mountainous country in Europe after Switzerland. Mountain peaks cover 70% of its territory. But unlike expensive Switzerland, the cost of housing, food, and entertainment here is 3 times lower. This combination of affordability and beauty makes Montenegro a uniquely attractive travel destination.
Wow.
And just imagine, about 60% of the country is covered by dense forests, making Montenegro one of the greenest countries in Europe. It's home to Biogradska Gora National Park, which preserves one of the last untouched forests in Europe. The average age of the trees here is 500 years, giving us a rare opportunity to see nature in its original, unspoiled state. And all of this is just 2 to 3 hours away by plane from most European capitals.
While much of Europe is already densely built up, Montenegro has preserved its rural charm. Many people here still live simply in harmony with nature.
And while the absence of familiar, bustling infrastructure might seem unsettling to some, it actually creates a unique atmosphere of authenticity, something travelers deeply appreciate nowadays. Despite its modest size, Montenegro has a rich military history. In the past, it had to defend its land against empires such as the Ottoman and the Austro-Hungarian. Along the Bay of Kotor, many fortresses and defensive structures from that era still remain, standing as quiet witnesses to the country's resilient past.
We survived.
In sharp contrast to its warlike past, Montenegro gained independence from Serbia peacefully in 2006 through a referendum held without a single shot fired. Just a few years later, it joined NATO, securing collective defense guarantees. Although the country has retained its own armed forces, it now places its bets not on power, but on resilience. This allows Montenegro to focus on developing tourism, protecting nature, and attracting investment. By the way, Montenegrins are known for their relaxed lifestyle. They even have their own set of humorous commandments, one of the most popular being, "Man is born tired and lives to rest." This unhurried pace of life, combined with Montenegro's breathtaking scenery, feels like a balm for the soul of anyone worn out by city life.
Now let's take a look at the places you absolutely must visit here.
Most tourists begin their journey through Montenegro with the Bay of Kotor, and it's easy to see why. At first glance, you might think you're looking at a fjord in Scandinavia. But in reality, this bay is an ancient river canyon that was submerged due to tectonic plate movement, not a true glacial fjord. The contrast between the rugged mountain peaks and the calm, clear waters of the bay creates a breathtaking view, making this one of the most distinctive coastlines in southern Europe. Kotor is one of the oldest and best preserved towns in Montenegro and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Today it's a vibrant tourist hub with well-developed infrastructure, but in the past it was a critical center of trade and defense. Its fortified walls stretch for 4.5 kilometers and climb up to 280 meters high. Reaching the top rewards visitors with a stunning panoramic view of the bay. Just 15 minutes away from Kotor is Perast, a tiny town that's also one of the most picturesque along the bay. From the shore, you can see 2 islands, one man-made, the other natural. The first is home to the Church of Our Lady of the Rocks, which you can reach by boat in just 5 minutes. The second hosts a secluded monastery nestled among cypress trees, a place tourists don't usually visit. The Bay of Kotor is also known for its winding mountain road, a serpentine that leads up to Mount Lovćen. But before we head into the treasures of Montenegro's national parks, let's take a look at what else the coastline has to offer. Herceg Novi is the first town that greets travelers at the entrance to the bay. It's often called the City of 1,000 Steps, due to the countless staircases connecting its different levels. The medieval fortresses, Canlicula and Forte Mare, preserve the memory of Venetian and Ottoman rule, while the lush Mediterranean vegetation gives the city a special charm. It is the sunniest city in Montenegro. Back along the coast, we arrive at Tivat, often the first stop for beachgoers. Its highlight is Porto Montenegro, a luxury marina for super yachts. It's practically a city within a city, filled with designer boutiques, gourmet restaurants, and upscale residences. Just 30 minutes away is Budva, Montenegro's party capital. Its old town, enclosed by Venetian walls, contrasts sharply with the modern hotels and the bustling seaside promenade. Budva is famous for its beaches and vibrant nightlife. Only 15 minutes from there lies Sveti Stefan, perhaps the most photographed spot on the coast. This island hotel, connected to the mainland by a narrow isthmus, was once a fishing village. Today, it's one of the world's most exclusive resorts. While the island itself is off-limits to most visitors, the view from the nearby lookout has become an iconic image of Montenegro. Moving further south, we reach Petrovac, a cozy town with a slow, relaxed pace. There are no loud parties or crowds of tourists here, just the authentic atmosphere of the Mediterranean coast. 2 nearby islands are visible from the shore, and you can reach them by boat or, for strong swimmers, even by swimming. On St. Nedelya Island, there's a small chapel where ringing the bell is said to make wishes come true. Next comes Bar, Montenegro's largest port and the country's olive capital. Just a few kilometers inland, at the foot of Mount Rumia, lies Old Bar, a town of ruins and legend. Not far from here stands an ancient olive tree, over 2,250 years old, as of 2025.
Just think about it.
Hikers often try their luck climbing Mount Rumia for sweeping views.
This is challenge to yourself.
Finally, the southernmost town on Montenegro's coast, Ulcinj, is famous for its 13-kilometer stretch of sandy beach. The area is often swept by winds, creating ideal conditions for surfing. By the way, Montenegro's coastline stretches for about 300 kilometers and offers beaches for every taste and preference. But the natural riches of this small country are not limited to the sea. Ahead of us lie the breathtaking mountain landscapes of its national parks. Our next stop is the majestic Lovćen, a mountain massif rising above the Bay of Kotor. Winding roads take you up more than 1,000 meters, revealing a view that combines sea and peaks in one unforgettable panorama. At the summit stands the mausoleum of Petar II Petrović Njegoš, ruler, philosopher, and poet, a towering figure in Montenegrin history. It's the highest mausoleum in the world, and from its viewing platform, you can see 60% of the entire country. Descending from Lovćen, we arrive in Cetinje, Montenegro's old royal capital. Despite its modest size, this city is rich in cultural and historical landmarks. Here you'll find museums, palaces, and churches. One of its main attractions is the Ostrog Monastery, founded in the 15th century. Continuing onward, we reach the shores of Lake Skadar, the largest lake in the Balkans. Shared between Montenegro and Albania, this vast body of water forms a unique ecosystem that hosts over 280 bird species. Water lilies, reed islands, and flooded forests all come together to create a dreamlike landscape. The view from the Pavlova Strana viewpoint is especially striking. The next stop is Podgorica, the modern capital and Montenegro's largest city. Although Podgorica may not boast an abundance of historical landmarks, it draws visitors with its lively atmosphere and is becoming increasingly modern each year. The Orthodox Temple of Christ's Resurrection impresses with its grand frescoes. The confluence of the Moracha and Ribnica rivers creates a scenic recreational area in the heart of the city, while the old district of Stara Varoš preserves elements of Ottoman architecture and narrow cobbled streets. Leaving the capital, we head to the Ostrog Monastery, one of the most revered sites in the Orthodox Christian world. Carved into a sheer cliff face 900 meters above the Zeta Valley, it seems to hover between heaven and earth. Founded in the 17th century by Saint Basil of Ostrog, the monastery draws thousands of pilgrims every year, believers of many faiths seeking healing or spiritual peace.
Wow!
Going further north, we reach Durmitor National Park, one of Montenegro's natural crown jewels. A land of alpine peaks, glacial lakes, and deep canyons, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Highlights include the Black Lake, Sedlo Pass, and the Tara River Canyon, the deepest in Europe and second only to the Grand Canyon. At up to 1,300 meters deep and 80 kilometers long, it's a paradise for thrill seekers. Visitors can try whitewater rafting or zip lining across the canyon on one of Europe's longest lines. Our journey continues into Biogradska Gora National Park, home to one of Europe's last untouched forests. Some trees here are over 500 years old and more than 40 meters tall. At the heart of the park lies Lake Biograd, ringed by hiking trails of varying difficulty, perfect for anyone wanting to feel like a true explorer in a primeval forest. Finally, our route takes us to the Prokletije mountain range, on the border with Albania and Kosovo. The name means the accursed mountains, and it reflects their harsh, almost mystical terrain. With jagged peaks soaring over 2,500 meters, steep slopes, and deep ravines, this area is a magnet for mountaineers and fans of extreme adventure.
And that's not all. We keep discovering new places in Montenegro again and again. Caves, viewpoints, waterfalls. Sometimes it feels like a whole lifetime wouldn't be enough to explore every corner of this country.
In addition to its stunning nature, people are drawn here by the climate. Mild winters and sunny summers make Montenegro an attractive destination year-round. While the coast offers over 200 sunny days annually, with average temperatures around plus 15 degrees Celsius in winter and plus 27 degrees Celsius in summer, the mountain regions provide opportunities for winter sports from December to March. This allows for a wide range of activities, from swimming in the sea to skiing, all within just a couple of hours' drive.
Despite its growing popularity, Montenegro still flies under the radar for most tourists, giving today's travelers a rare chance to feel like true explorers.
The warmth of the Montenegrin people, their unhurried pace of life, and their philosophy of Polako, take it slow, invite you to reconsider your own priorities. Here, you begin to realize that happiness isn't found in the hustle of big cities, but in life's simple pleasures. A vacation in Montenegro may be short, but in just a few days, you can experience more than you might in months of travel elsewhere.
Forget complicated planning, just hop in the car and drive wherever the road takes you. Every 30 minutes, the view outside your window will change, leaving you pleasantly amazed. Most tourists come here for the sea and the sun, but they leave with something more. A piece of the soul of this proud Balkan land, where time moves slower, life is simpler, and nature remains the greatest treasure.